What's up? I want to welcome you to the first week of the Weekly Digest. And in this week, I want to really focus on connecting breath with the pelvis. Now, this particular move, which is the anterior and posterior tilting of the pelvis, has nothing to do with really getting you stronger, more to do with bringing just more awareness to your pelvic area. I notice a lot of people are tight in this area. And this movement in 3 different positions is going to help you just bring more attention to that area to where you'll be able to have more control over it in certain positions, walking, handstands, doing any sort of benching movement, just getting up, down and up from the floor. You will notice the different sensations you probably will have throughout your daily life as you practice this throughout the week. Okay, so enjoy. Please consider really taking your time throughout this movement and don't rush it. And I give you some protocols during the video, so listen up. Later. Are we live?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the first week we're going to focus on connecting the breath with what's called anterior posterior tilt of the pelvis. Okay, so we're going to do this in 3 different positions. The first one, we're going to start standing up, slightly tilted back. Now, in order to be in this position, you have to slightly bend your knees or you're going to fall back. Okay, so you can keep the feet shoulder width apart, which is fine. You're going to slightly bend your knees, tilt back. And here's what it looks like. An anterior tilt, if you put your fingers on your hips, you're gonna poke your butt out and you're gonna feel your fingers going forward. And the posterior tilt, you're gonna squeeze your butt in and you're gonna feel your fingers going backwards, okay? Now to connect this to the breath, you can either inhale on either tilt. It's up to you, whatever feels comfortable. So it's gonna look like this. That's position number 1. Now, you're probably gonna involve your upper body whenever you first start to do this, and that's okay, it's normal. Eventually, we wanna get your focus and attention only to your pelvic area, to where you're only moving your pelvis. And that may take some time. So next position is gonna be on the ground. Be straight. You're gonna take one leg and take it behind you. You can open up the foot to where it's kind of parallel to the ground. If that's too much on your hip, then you can close it down to where the top of your foot is on the ground. This other foot, your front foot, is going to come close, where the bottom of your foot is kind of touching your thigh. And you're going to attempt the anterior and posterior tilt in this position. And it's going to be working the hip where your foot is behind you. So this hip isn't going to get too much work. So it's going to look like this. And again, whenever you first start to do this, it may look like this, where your chest is coming forward and then your back is going to go back. And that's fine. That just means that you haven't built up the isolation abilities to just focus directly on the hip to where you can just move this individually without having to compensate and use your spine, okay? Next move is going to be in a twerking position for the ladies and the men, right? So you're going to put your hands on your knees, poke your butt out. We're going to do the same thing. Now this one's going to be a little tough because you're going to really round the back whenever you posteriorly tilt. So it's going to look like this. All right, so those are the 3 positions I want you to work in. Now, whenever you're doing the figure 4, be sure to switch legs. I didn't do that in this video, but you're gonna get one hip and then the next. Now, one thing I really want you to focus on in this exercise is really doing your best to putting your attention in your pelvis, okay? And we're gonna do this for the whole week. You're gonna do about, let's say, a minute for each position, 3 to 4 rounds, okay? Now, that's gonna take approximately 15, 20 minutes of your time per day. Now, you can do this daily, but I recommend you do it every other day, okay?